Kia ora, and thank you for taking the time to watch an overview of the Marlborough Sound's Future Access Study engagement. Through the Marlborough Sound's Future Access Study, engineering consultancy Stantec has used the community's feedback and technical criteria to assess a range of potential future transport options, and then propose an emerging preferred option for each of the 5 areas of the Marlborough Sounds. In this video, we'll explain how and why the study has arrived at an emerging preferred option for Te Hoiere Pelorus area. We'll also explain what a longer-term hazard adaptation pathway for each of the 5 areas could look like. Adaptation is a journey, a series of steps. The emerging preferred option can be considered as the starting point of that journey. The hazard adaptation pathways would follow a significant future event that causes substantial damage to the transport network. Such an event would be a trigger for Council to assess the level of service provided by the network at that time. The estimated cost of the repairs for the 5 emerging preferred options is $160 million. We don't know yet what the cost for Marlborough's ratepayers will be, but we have estimated that using different government assistance assumptions. While we hope that the government, through Waka Kotahi, will fund much of this, Marlborough ratepayers will be asked to contribute, and that could be a significant proportion of the cost. The engagement document has information on how to calculate your potential additional rates costs based on implementing the emerging preferred options at different Waka Kotahi subsidy rates. For example, for most Marlborough ratepayers, if the land value of your property is $300,000, your additional annual rates increase could range from $213 to $523, depending on the level of subsidy from Waka Kotahi. That's why we want to hear your feedback on the emerging preferred options, the long-term hazard adaptation pathways, and the other options explained in the engagement report. Please read the engagement report and go online to fill the survey. The more information you give us, the better informed we will be about how the proposed options support a safe and resilient transport system in the Sounds. No decisions have been made yet, and your feedback on these options will help the decision makers take your views into account. Now let's take a look at Te Hoiere Pelorus, including Kaiuma Bay Road. Currently, there are no vehicle or other restrictions here. The emerging preferred option is road focus. The option indicates that restoring road access is justified with targeted improvements in resilience, particularly at the western end of this area. However, marine access could become more important over time at the eastern end of this study area due to the susceptibility of the road corridor here. The route would receive targeted improvements. The section between Brooklyn Bay and Kaiuma Bay may have increasing one-lane sections, along with vehicle weight and length restrictions. The cost estimate for this emerging preferred option is $5 million. In the engagement report, the hazard adaptation pathway for this area is called marine access. There would be no change to existing marine services. There would be investment to protect and upgrade primary hub marine facilities in Havelock. The cost estimate for this hazard adaptation pathway is $2 million. So now, we want to invite you to tell us, what do you think of the transport options? You may live in the Sounds, own a property or business in the Sounds, be a visitor or a Marlborough ratepayer. By July 11th, we want to hear how these options will affect you. Your feedback will contribute to Waka Kotahi and Council's decision-making for a viable future transport network in the Sounds. Thank you very much for listening and watching, and we look forward to hearing from you soon. Mā te wā.